Okay, so let's continue with our Python coding exercise series. So open the leetcode.com and go to the problems tab. And if you scroll down in the search bar, search question number 3069. And as soon as you hit enter, the question will be get populated. So question is distribute elements into two array. It is easy category question. So click on it. So let's read the question. Question is really easy. So you are given a one indexed array of distinct integer number nums of length n. So you have some arrays given. All right. So array nums is given and all the numbers are distinct. All right. So you could see the function definition. Only one argument is given, that is a nums, and which is an array. So in the Python, it's an array list, and the list contains the number, that is integers. Okay, you need to distribute all the element of nums between two arrays, array 1 and array 2. So what you have to do is, so let's suppose array contains some elements. All right, so what we need to do, we need to distribute some elements to array 1 and some elements to array 2. All right, using some operation, using an operation. It means like whatever the number of elements, we need to perform that number of operation. In the first operation, append nums of 1 to array 1. So they said uh, the first element. So because nums contains few elements, right? Let's suppose nums contains 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So this element. So they said you in the first operation append nums of 1 to array 1. So nums of 1 means basically they said it's a one index array, right? But in our Python it's a zero index array, so we will consider it as a zero index array. And if they mention one index array, so it means they are considering it as index 1, and that's why they said nums of 1. Nums of 1 doesn't means like you need to put like number 2, no. So because it is one index array, right? So they said array 1. In array 1, what you have to put? Nums of 1, basically nums of 0. So in array 1 it will be like this. All right, and in array 2 what you need to put? And append nums of 2, basically second element. So write this to array 2. So this is the first operation, right? After that's what we need to do. If the last element of array 1, if the last element of array 1, if the last element, what is the last element of array 1 is 1, is greater than the last element of array 2. Is the greater than the last element of array 2. Is 1 is greater than 2? 1 is greater than 2. So false, right? So it's not way. If it is greater, then we need to append nums of I to array 1. Then we need to append nums of I to array 1. But last element of array 1 is not greater than the last element of array 2. So 3 will not go to array 1. So where 3 will go? Otherwise, append nums of I to array 2. So 3 will go to array 3. Okay. Again check. So last element of array 1 is greater than last element of array 2? No. All right. So 4 will go to array 2. All right. And after that, what we need to do, the result array is found by concatenating both. So the result array will be just concatenate 1 and this array. So output will be 1, 2, 3, 4 only. So let's before writing the actual code, let's like do two more example. So let's suppose nums array is 2, 1, 3. So in the first operation, if you read the question carefully, they said nums of 1 to the array 1. So first element will go to array 1. So 2 will go to, so let me take a pen. So 2 will go to, because it's the first element, 2 will go to array 1, and the second element will go to array 2. That is the default operation, right? After that, what we have to do, the further elements. All right, so we need to put based upon some condition. What is the condition? We need to check if the last element of array 1 is greater than the last element of array 2. So last element of array 1 is greater than the last element of array 2. Yes, so 2 is greater than 1. All right, so 2 is greater than 1. So if 2 is greater than 1, then we need to append is greater than, then we need to append that element to array 1. So that 3 will be appended to array 1. So now array 1 is 2 and 3. So our whole array will be completed. So the result array will be array 1, so which is 2, 3, and array 2. So output will be 2, 3, 1. All right. So let's take the another example. Let's take the another example on the right hand side of the whiteboard. So nums is 5, 4. take a pen. So nums is 5, 4, 3, 8. So first element will be go to nums of array 1. Second element will go to array 2 because that is the default operation. They said this we have to perform. The remaining element will be decided based on some condition. And what is the condition? Is the last element of array 1. Last element of array 1 is 5. Is greater than the last element of array 2? Yes, it is greater. Then we need to append 3 to array 1. So we need to append 3 to array 1. Okay. Now again check last element of array 1. Now last element of array 1 is 3. Is 3 is greater than 4? No. So it means 8 will go to array 2. So 8 will go to array 2. So now just append both array. So output will be 5, 3, 4, 8, 5, 3, 4, 8. So this is the output. So let's write the code. Whatever given in the question, just do like line by line. So we need two array 1 and array 2, array 1 and array 2. Okay. And in the array 1, what will be go in the by default, what it will go. So nums of 0 will be go. All right. And array 2 is also a list, but what it will go, nums of 1 will go by default, right? So this operation will be done. Okay. And if you see the constant, minimum 3 element will be there. So you can question if there is a no element, then this operation is going to fail. But this is not going to fail because the constraint says that there are minimum 3 elements, right? So that's why this step is not going to fail. If the constraint is like elements could be 0, then we need to put some condition like based upon the length, right? So that is done. Now we need to process the remaining element. So remaining element is for I in range of 2 to 2 to, and what is the length? Length of array n is equal to length of nums 2 to n. We need to process the remaining elements, right? We need to process the remaining element. Remaining element will be like these elements, because first two element we already placed. The remaining element will be the remaining elements in the nums. Okay. What we need to do? So before placing the element in array 1 and array 2, we need to check the condition. The last element of array 1 is greater than or not. So if last element of array 1, how to get the last element? -1. If last element of array 1 is greater than last element of array 2, how to get the last element of array 2? If it is greater, then we need to append the particular element into array 1. Array 1 into append. And what is the element? Nums of I. Else what we need to do? It needs to be go to array 2. Append of nums of I. And what we need to return? Return means array 1 plus array 2. We need to concatenate. They said the result will be by concatenating both array 1 and array 2. All right, so let's try to run it. So our sample cases has been accepted. So let's try to submit. So you could see our solution has been accepted and all the test case has been passed. So this is easy category question. You can also try that. So that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you.